Welcome into Horseshoe Blues and News. Welcome in the first episode. We're going to be covering the Colts every Sunday night for a little while to recap the game, talk about the highs, lows, and all of that stuff on this channel for a little while. We'll see how long it goes. We'll see what we have to talk about. But after every game on Sunday, we'll recap how it went on Sunday nights. Welcome in Hawkins, Giants fan, Raider, and RC. But man, oh man, what a game for the Colts. What a game. It was epic. I don't know if you guys watched it. Hopefully you did. If you're a Colts fan, sorry I'm starting late. This show is going to take place after every Sunday night football game. It ran late because of that epic Bills and Ravens game. What's up, Fisher, as well? Colts fan, let's go. So sorry for the delay. Sorry that it's 20 minutes late, but the game went in overtime. Had to finish on my Sunday night call, but here we are calling and talking about the Colts. This is going to be the little half-hour zone to talk Indianapolis football Colts. This is what we're doing. Man, I'm so energized calling that last game and streaming 12 hours of football today. But we got to talk the Indianapolis Colts every single week. We're going to try to build up more of a Colts following, and this is what we're going to do on this channel. So Colts won 33-8. Simple as that. Pure domination. There was a few games where the teams dominated, and the Colts were the one that was the main one. It was just domination all the way around. Colts beat the Dolphins 33-8. Almost had a shutout. Almost had a freaking shutout on the Dolphins. They shut down Tua. It was crazy. They shut down everything. Tua was only 14 for 23, 114 yards, one touchdown at the end in the fourth quarter, and 2 interceptions. They sacked him 3 times. Who got him? Nick Cross got him. We had Kenny Moore that got him, blindsided him with a strip sack fumble recovered by the Colts. And then Abukum also sacked him. It was amazing. They got pressure. They threw blitzes with the new defensive coordinator, Lou Anarumo. I can't say this guy's name, but yeah. So with him, the defense was amazing. Blitzes, the secondary. We had interceptions, which is a rarity. Interceptions. So Bynum, the new Colts, was the first one with the interception and overthrow by Tua, which was great. And then even Latu dropped back in coverage and made an interception. So that was great to see. Latu didn't have a sack today, but he had an interception. Was freaking amazing. So the defensive coordinator, Lou, he's coming. I'm just going with Lou. I can't do his last name. Just can't do it. But total domination. What up, Steve? Total domination. The defense looks amazing. Ward looked phenomenal on the outside. Even Xavier Howard from the Dolphins, who was injured all last year, he recovered a fumble. And it's just great stuff. So the defense looks phenomenal. They're stopping the run. They got some pressure. They're mixing blitzes, because that was one thing that Gus Bradley wasn't doing. He wasn't blitzing ever. So I love to see the aggressiveness, bringing the pressure on Tua, forcing turnovers and sacks, and it's just great. And that's just the defense side of the ball. This is just the defense side, for the Colts, which they're never known for their defense, but they were lights out today, shutting down the Dolphins, holding them to 8 points, and it was garbage time because the game was over. The Colts were up by over 3 scores into the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, when they finally got that touchdown. So that's nothing. That's no big deal. What's up, McCool? Yeah, Colts talk, baby. That's what we're talking about. All the highs and lows and the stars, studs and duds, right here, right now. So the Colts defense looking amazing. It was spread around, well done. But the leader, the defensive coordinator, Lou, welcome in. Glad to have you. Fantastic showing. And you were able to shut down Tyreek Hill and Waddle for the most part. So that's just phenomenal. What's up, Brian Lamaski? We didn't even get to the Daniel Jones jersey. The Daniel Jones jersey, $25. $25. We'll get to him in a second. And that's a second. Let's go to the opposite side of the ball. Daniel Jones, the MVP of the game today. So the offensive MVP is Daniel Jones. The defense coordinator, Lou, gets the MVP for orchestrating that defensive front and totally dismantling the Dolphins week 1. Everybody that I saw out there, they're like, oh, let's pick the Colts and pick the Dolphins in the Colts game. Dolphins for sure. Colts haven't won a game in the last 11 years on opening day. They're 0-10-1. Oh, Dolphins won the last 4. That's just an anomaly. That's just silly random history. The last 4 years, maybe you can count that, maybe. But after that, that's just a bunch of nonsense. Those guys aren't even on the team. That's not even, the team turned over since then. So who cares about this week 1, superstitious nonsense? Whole bunch of ridiculousness. That doesn't matter. But they finally broke that streak so everybody can shut up because we don't want to hear them. Screw them. Screw that statement. Bunch of nonsense. Shut your mouth. Colts win. Dynamic fashion. Back to Daniel Jones. Back to Jones. Waddle didn't play. Waddle played. Waddle was out there. He didn't do much. He got injured. He came back, but Waddle was playing. He had a few catches. Nothing crazy, but he was playing there, Fisher. But yeah, Daniel Jones. So what did he do? I don't know. Just all the basics, all the short dunks and mid to intermediate throws. So he was 22 for 29. Amazing completion percentage. Okay, so Richardson wouldn't have been able to do that. He wouldn't have been able to do these short throws. 272 yards passing. 1 touchdown pass to Pittman. Okay, and then 2 rushing touchdowns from the 1 pounding it in. So 3 total touchdowns for Daniel Jones, our captain, coming through, leading the Colts to victory. His main target in the beginning of the game, he had like 3 completions to the rookie Tyler Warren from Penn State. Who they took in the first round. So Warren was a beast. He was just relying on him. Warren was open all over the place. Have you seen my baseball? Nope, different Warren. He had 7 catches, 76 yards, and almost had a touchdown. So if you guys are in a fantasy league and you don't have Warren on your lineup, on your team, get him. 7 for 76. Could have had a touchdown. He's going to get so many targets every single week. Nonstop. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. This guy's a stud. And he looks so casual out there. And he's always open. Every time he throws him the ball, he's open. And the great thing about Jones, the accuracy is there on the short stuff. And he puts it in the right spot to Warren, was able to catch it, avoid the 2 players, and get the first down the other way. Richardson would have just threw it and would have hung his receiver out to dry and got smashed. So I'm loving Daniel Jones. He's doing all the little things. That's what we need because we got a well-rounded team. We got the offensive line doing their job, giving Daniel Jones plenty of times to pass. I don't think he got sacked. Maybe he got sacked once. Maybe. I got to double-check that. But plenty of time to pass, stays in the pocket, even able to run around if he has to, and he casually gets away and gets some yards. So that's amazing. But clean pockets, nice throws, short to intermediate, does everything. Take a few shots downfield, not much. Jones, my MVP of the day. And Pittman's got to be ecstatic that Jones is the quarterback because 6 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Perfect throw, extended his arms, made the grab down the sideline. Pittman has got to be loving this. So those are my studs. Warren, Pittman, Jones on offense, sacks from Cross, safety blitzes, cornerback blitzes with Kenny Moore. Abukum is back and healthy from last year, missing all last year too. Bynum with a pick, welcome in. Ward played pretty well, locking up Waddle and or Tyreek Hill. Bynum and Latu with the interceptions. Awesome stuff. These are the studs. The duds, I would have to say, would be Alec Pierce just had one catch, but it was a nice one down the sideline. But he's going to be downhill because he's a deep target. And Daniel Jones is like, I'm not going to throw it deep. And he'll just check it down. So not a good showing by Alec Pierce. And Downs, I thought he would get a lot more catches. He only had 2 catches of 12. So I'm worried about Downs. So yeah, but with Warren and Pittman stepping up, and then Adonai Mitchell had a couple catches, so he had 2. So Jones is spreading it around, but he's focusing on Warren and Pittman. So those guys are going to get a lot of targets. So if you were able to get Warren and Pittman on your fantasy team, big ups to you. But the Colts looking good, a lot of good signs, shutting down all that is the Dolphins. This was the most dominant game, besides maybe the Packers destroying the Lions, shutting down the Lions. That's another impressive performance. Otherwise, Nobody saw this coming. Everybody picked the Dolphins. They said, no, 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 the Colts aren't doing anything. The Colts are a terrible team. Domination. Defense looks really good. Coordinator ran it nicely. I know it's just week 1, but wow. Jones did everything. Like this everywhere. The only weak spot I saw for the Colts was the special teams let up a couple long runs to like the 45 and like the 38-yard line. So it's crazy stuff. What up, Bry Guy? Welcome in, Bry Guy. Big game for the Colts. Brian Lamasque says, it wouldn't surprise me if at least Jones would comeback player of the year. That's right. I honestly think he's on track to be comeback player of the year. I joke around about MVP. Daniel, DJ, MVP, DJ, MVP, DJ, MVP, DJ, MVP. I don't think he's MVP status, but he's like, what's his name? Trent Dilfer on crack. No, I'll take that away. Let's edit that out of there. No, he is Trent Dilfer, but a lot better. So, could they win a Super Bowl with him? They could, Jones, but this team is well-rounded. The defense showed out. That was impressive. Offense doing the right things. I mean, this is looking good to start the year. It's week 1, but you're going to get this every week. So you'll hear what I'm saying every week. It's going to be highs and lows, a roller coaster ride of the season. Do I expect them to win the division? No. Yes. The Texans lost today, 14-9. They lost to the Rams, so that's amazing stuff. The Colts looking good, looking up, top of the division. The Jaguars won as well, but they played the Panthers. So the Titans look good against the Broncos in shocking fashion, but of course they still lost. So no big deal there. But yeah, Waddle had 4 catches for 30 yards. Thank you, McCool. Daniel Jones, fantastic. The lucky jersey. I had my gloves on. I was ready. I didn't put them on now. I'm just so pumped. I was late to this. Normally, I'll get the gloves on for this stream and tear it up. Steve from Steve Nevin showing up. Nice. And Dan Studio. Appreciate you guys. But, wow. I am pumped. This is crazy. Doolin even almost had a touchdown. So that was good stuff. Good stuff. So the duds, I would say, Downs and Pierce, the wide receivers. But like I said, Warren and Pittman are good. They picked up the slack and crushed them. So there's not many duds except for the wide receivers. Otherwise, this whole team was just amazing. Dilfer on steroids. Dilfer with skills. Is that better, Delay? I'm going to go with that. What up, gaming boy? It is an opening statement. Now we're on the lookout for the Colts. We're on the lookout for the Colts because everybody's ranking them like, I don't know, 30th or on the power rankings or something, or maybe even worse. They're down on Danny Dimes, but hey, maybe in the Giants system that it's a system for the Giants. Maybe it's not Danny Dimes. Maybe there's no offensive line. Maybe there's not good weapons around them. They only had Barkley, an injured Barkley here and there, but maybe it's a system. Maybe they don't know what they're doing with Daniel Jones. Maybe we found a good coach to put Danny Dimes in the right situation to make the throws, make the plays, bring the team to victory. 33-8. That was a great start for Daniel Jones. Amazing. That was the most complete game I've seen the Colts play since before the Luck era. I haven't seen a game this good in a long time. At least not in the last 7 years. Not even ever since Luck. Whoever that guy is, he's dead to me. But since Luck, they haven't had any game close to this. Offensively and defensively, it was just phenomenal. Phenomenal. There's not many bad things to say except the Pierce and the Downs. That's it. And the special teams. Oh, and then watching Danny Dimes throw, there's about 3 throws that weren't that great. But that's it. So out of his 29 throws, he was 22 for 29. 3 of them weren't good. So that's solid. 272 for Daniel Jones. 272. And he almost had another touchdown. He almost had 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. Wow. Wow. That's phenomenal. Oh, man. Hawkins, let's go. Who's Dilfer? Haha. Trent Dilfer. What was he? Pick number 4 in the 1994 NFL draft by the Buccaneers. Was he 4? Maybe 4 or 5. I don't remember the exact number, but Dilfer was a first-round pick. Maybe he went down to 9. He's somewhere between 4 and 9. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. We're not talking about Dilfer. Why are we talking about Dilfer? Why are we talking about Trent Dilfer right now? I brought him up. It's my fault. My fault. My bad. My bad. I'm pumped. I'm excited. This is ridiculous. Colts are 1-0. Dropping the Dolphins to 0-1. Next week, the Colts have the Broncos. So watch out. But Bo Nix played terribly against the Titans defense. Bo Nix was bad. But that defense for the Broncos was elite. They crushed Cam Ward. They were bringing the pressure, bringing the blitzes. I expect them to do it against the Colts, but we'll see how the Colts offensive line holds up. The offensive line was solid. Besides a few holding penalties back-to-back late in the third quarter was an issue, but it didn't come back to bite them. They had a holding then on the Dolphins to negate that, so that was big time. That was big time. Man, oh man. So this is amazing stuff. Downs came through on a 4th and 1, so he only had 2 catches for 12, but he had like a 6-yarder to get a first down in a crucial situation with the Colts. So even though he was a dud, he still came through on a 4th down conversion. Trent Doofus, hey-oh, says RC. Loving it. Rhino has 289 Colts jerseys in total. Nope, that's the wrong side. There we go. Look at those bad boys. I know where I'm pointing. I know how mirrors work. I don't know. Never mind. Oh, man. We got the Peyton Manning right there. We are good to go. We got our little Colts football. This is great stuff with the Colts. I'm worried a little bit about the Broncos defense and stymieing Daniel Jones. Oh, I didn't even mention Jonathan Taylor. I didn't even mention Jonathan Taylor, who had 18 carries for 71 yards. Only 3.9 carry. But they were able to rest him for most of half of the third quarter and the whole fourth quarter. They brought in DJ Giddens, who ran the ball 12 times for 41 yards. So that was only 3.4 yards to carry, but the one good thing the Dolphins were doing was stuffing the run. That was all they could do against the Colts. So the running game wasn't efficient, but they were able to control the clock. Oh, I didn't even get into time of possession. Time of possession, in the first half, the Colts had the ball for 21 minutes and 40 seconds to the Dolphins' 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So they dominated the whole first half. They crushed them. That defense had to be so tired. So tired. And at the end of the game, let's see. What was the final time of possession? 39 minutes to 21 minutes. 39 minutes to 21. Technically, to be exact, 38 minutes and 43 seconds of possession for the Colts. 21 minutes, 17 seconds for the Dolphins. 33-8 victory. It was 20-0 at halftime. 20-0 Colts at halftime. It could have been worse. They had to settle for a few field goals. So, could have been worse. They could have won by more. But hey, it's only week 1. The Giants system hindered Jones 3 head coaches and coordinators in his first 5 years. Yeah, and then he went to the Vikings as well, just sitting there. Now he's on the Colts on a 1-year, $14 million deal. I don't know if he's going to stick around any longer, but we'll see how he finishes out the season. We're just getting on the way. I'm loving it. This could be the best $14 million the Colts have ever spent. Besides the $25 million they gave to Luck to go away and stay away forever. I hope Stanford loses forever as he's the general manager of Stanford. So him and Frank Reich as a coach. Get those guys out of my face. Terrible. Steichen in. Jones in. New defensive coordinator. Colts are starting to look good. I know it's one game. I'm getting ahead of myself, but that was amazing. Awesome stuff. Love it. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's all I got to say about that. I got to shut it down. I got streams to set up for tomorrow. I will be talking about more football in the morning. That's my take on the Colts. I'm pumped. But I probably have to pump the brakes on Daniel Jones. It's only week 1. This is an anomaly. This can't be normal. This should not be how it goes, but I love it. So thanks for watching. We're going to do this every Sunday night. I'm going to have more things to go in, but I never had time to prepare because I didn't get a little gap beforehand. I had to come straight on here. So that's the best I can do without much preparation. But hopefully next time I could talk about a few things in order, more organized, going through the rest of the season. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Gaming Boy, BL. We got RC, Bry Guy, D-Lay, RC, Steve. Me coughing, no big deal. McCool, Bry guy. Thank you all for joining us, Giants fan. And this is great stuff. Fisher, BTS Dance Studio. Appreciate you guys hanging out late on the Sunday night. This should have been done way earlier. Way earlier. You guys are awesome. The Raider joining in on the fun. A lot of comments. A lot of people chatting. I appreciate it. Not too much to rant on. I can't wait to go and rant and crush some of these Colts players and coaches and whatever. What's up, Godin? But there'll be plenty of that. There'll be plenty of time for me to be mad. But I am a happy Rhino right now. Happy Rhino. Got to go set up my stream. I got to go watch Primetime. You guys watch Primetime. Show up for Dr. Delay and the Rhino in the morning. We got pre-snap reads, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Go Colts. See you tomorrow morning. See you next week. Football all day, all week, all year.